Summer day 54, squatting 10D2 pistols. It's 0447. I don't have much to say. It's gonna be a little bit rough probably. I'm actually gonna be nice to myself and get some solid footing. Always gently around the first couple repetitions. Quite a strong qualitative difference in the sort of joint tissue sensations from the left to the right knee. Wonder why that is. I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, I've been doing quite a lot of unilateral sort of balance exercises on these martial arts mats, and it's not ideal. You know, confession time. I actually had a cup of coffee before doing this. A little allowance I give myself these early days. And it feels important for me to engage almost aggressively in the downward movement. So reaching the leg forward, reaching the arms forward. And just compressing the spring. Of course, gang signs. For the end of this season, this will be my main focus. Quite low repetitions, high intensity, really pushing the maximum strength in all movement archetypes. I built considerable volume and spread myself over a wide variety of qualities to create a foundation so that I can drop into this very high intensity and also quite high volume training. Something didn't feel quite right there. And I mean, it's common, these unilateral movements. Maybe I'm just reacting to the fact that I'm I'm back in English, and it's just an experiment. Going back to Swedish, my native language, there is something there. And I don't quite know what. Well, it's quite nice with these standard sessions. Only one movement is the depth that I can get into, sort of neural attunement, increasing the resolution. I just had to stop to sort of feel out the positioning of my weight through the foot. But yeah, I mean, English is obviously the more logical choice. If I want to, reach the largest amount of people, but maybe that's not what I want. Maybe it would be more interesting to work exclusively with Swedes. I've always thought the opposite. I mean, to some degree, I'm a product of my environment. And even though I was raised by the internet, from like, I've been on the internet since like 1996, 98, something like that. It's crazy to think of. I'm not saying, my parents weren't there or I didn't have friends or community in school. Obviously, that has affected me, but the more I understand who I am, the more I realize I am a loner. I'm not meant to truly take part in society. Classic shamanic archetype, going alone into the not wilderness but other worlds. Maybe more accurate would be to say experiences that are uncommon and gather knowledge and wisdom from there and come back and share it with others. So the interesting thing though for me, it's not really the basic rational assumption that there is a much larger pool of potential clients and followers and whatnot uh, that are English speakers, but rather that there is a lack of me in Sweden. And I think there are a lot of maybe more culturally appropriate versions of a similar archetype in the, I don't know, American or English speaking market. Maybe it's just my mission. But hey, it's time for me to have a cold shower and head to work. That was 20 pistols each leg in 10 minutes. And it's time to roll. Peace. Have a nice day.